In this session, we are going to understand high overview of implementation project. Normally, when a company intends to implement SAP in their company, they will approach the SAP. SAP will visit their premises and will assess their business and a number of users. They will give the quotation for implementation. Again, they will, along with that one, they will suggest the required hardware as well. What is the recommended hardware for SAP installation purpose? SAP license is based on the number of users. If you have more users, more you have to pay. If you have less users, less you have to pay. That is the concept of license, SAP license. Once SAP buys the software, or before buying the software, they will approach consulting companies, because SAP, after buying it, customer cannot use as it is. There won't be anything. We have to customize the software as per the customer requirement. Customer means purchaser. It appoints another company, consulting company, for implementation purpose. Consulting companies means like Wipro, TCS, Tech Mahindra, Diligent Techies for implementation. Among them, they will choose one of the best consulting and they will appoint them as a consulting implementer. Now, Diligent Techies is here consulting company. Both the purchaser, from purchasing side, from customer side, from consulting company side, they will delegate their employees. They are called core team members. From business, accounting heads of the department, accounts manager, costing manager, purchase manager, sales manager, IT staff. They are the core team members. They will give how to implement. These are the consultants from the consulting company. So for each module, let us assume I have these modules in my requirement: FI, CO, MM, SD. So from consulting, for FI we have one consultant, CO we have one consultant, MM, SD. If it is a big company, they will keep FI and CO consultants separately. If it is a small consulting company, what they will do, they will assign only FI, one consultant for FI and CO. So now after this core, this now consultants, they will analyze the job of the core team members. These team members will share process documents. Process document means what is the existing business process, and along with the flow charts, they will share all those documents to these consultants. After going through the documents, if they have any queries and any concerns about the process, they will discuss. They will have many meetings with the core team members, and they will prepare one document that is called business blueprint. Business blueprint means what is the existing process in non-ERP system or other ERP system, how it is going to be mapped in SAP. What exactly FI consultant is, how FI consultant is mapping, CO consultant is mapping, MM consultant is mapping, SD consultant. For each module, we will have separate business blueprint documents. These documents they will share to the core team members. So if the core team members are satisfied, and they will sign up the documents. So I have to get the approved copy. So based on that, if it is signed off, then consultant will start their job. So again, during this process, there may be the gaps. There may be process in non-SAP system, non-ERP system that we cannot be able to map into the SAP. So these are called gaps. Gaps will be further analyzed to find the solution. So now what consulting company will do? There is a gap in FI, CO, MMSD. So what consultant will do? They will discuss with the business and they will find the solution. If it is possible with the any enhancement or custom enhancement or custom development with the help of ABAPer, then we will suggest the same to the business. If they are okay, then we will fill the gap. We can give the solution to the gap. If any gap that cannot be satisfied in SAP, that means we have to inform to the business, that business means customer, this gap is out of the scope, we can't do anything, you can't map this process into the SAP. So now once it is blueprint is signed off, basis consultant, here we have basis consultant and above consultant. Basis consultant job is to installation. They will do the installation, they will create the user IDs, everything, they will take care of these things. And ABAPer means this is the technical module, means programming. If there are many reports available in the SAP, but if customer has a different report format and different custom layouts, then we need custom reports. So ABAPer will come into the picture. He will these functional guys will take the requirement from the business and they will transfer this to the ABAP for development of the reports, any development. So this is the programming one. Basis consultant will install complete, he will do the installation and he will create the client numbers and he will create the user IDs as well. Like here we have core team members like accounting manager, costing manager, purchase manager, sales manager, IT staff. Here we have consultants. So we need user ID to log in into the system. So basis consultant will create one login ID for this one, costing manager, purchase manager, like this he will create. Similarly, he will create for consultants as well. Now he will create the client. What is the client that we have to understand here? Typically, this is called landscape. This is called a SAP landscape. Landscape means for implementing any SAP anywhere in the world. This is the typical. This is the minimum. Again, we can have in the development sandbox and golden client like this. We can have other further partition for ABAP also. We can have further this one, but this is the typical standard one. So this client, he will client means generally logical partition. If you take the example of hard disk, we have only one laptop, but one laptop with one hard disk. But if you see C drive, D drive, E drive, that is a logical partition only. So like this, he will do the partition. He will do the partition and it will install in separate servers. So why we need these clients means consultants will give access to this development, quality and production as well. We will have, because we need to have up to the production. Development for these users, for these core team members, there is no requirement to give the access to the core team member to the development, because development client, all as per the blueprints, FI consultant, CO consultant, MM consultants and SD consultant, they will do the customization here in this client. This is customization enabled. That means we can do customization only in this client. This customization, after they complete their customization, this will be moved to the quality client. Quality means each one is a standalone systems here, servers. So this will be moved to the quality. Quality, after moving this configuration to the quality, consultants will inform these core team members for testing purpose. They will test. What is the base here? Business blueprint. Based on the business blueprint, business users like accounting manager, core team member, they will test the business process. Business means they will do the testing in quality server. If it is okay, if it is as per the blueprint and as per their requirement, then we have to take the sign off here again. You have to close this one. This is okay. So all this will be done from here. Consultant will do the customization, will be moved to the quality. So basic question: can we do the customization in quality, and can we do the customization in rather than doing here and moving to here? Can we directly do the customization in quality and production? Means basis consultant generally in any company, they will disable the customization option. That means this is only view. Consultant cannot be able to make any changes in the background. So this is the concept, same, disabled for production as well. That is the reason, if any small requirement, let us assume that I have done one changes and I moved to the quality system. Core team member, they said that is not meeting their requirement. What I have to do as a consultant? Again we have to do the changes here. Again we have to move the TR to quality system. That is the concept here. If it is okay, then we will move the same to the production system. So this movement from here to here, here to here, that is moved with the help of transport request. So whatever the changes I am doing, at the time of saving the changes in this development system, we will save this information in transport request. These transport request will be moved to quality. If it is okay, will be moved to production system. Now you might have one question: can we move this if this I moved one transport request to production server? After moving to the production server, customer noticed that there is an issue. So what as a consultant, what we have to do? Can we again means transport this back to here and here? Can we do that? That is not possible. Again you have to make the changes here. Again you have to create new transport request for correction purpose. You have to move here and you have to transport the same to the production. That is the concept of TR and these three systems. This production, if everything is okay, day-to-day transaction, all day-to-day transaction, live transaction will be means done in production system only. That is the purpose of the production system. So whenever we should be means if you are using the production system as a consultant, again we will have authorization to the business process only in display mode. We can't be able to create any document or any configuration. We can only go and view. That's it. Business process, business users like accounting manager, costing manager, they have the means create option, change option, display option. But as a consultant, we will have only display authorization. This is the concept of clients. Again, these clients will have unique number. For example, if you see here, client is 800, here client is 700, here client is 600. Why we need these different numbers? Because at the time of login as well, at the time of this is the login screen, at the time of login we have to input this client number here, whether you are logging into the development client or quality client or production client. So that is the importance of this client. Now again, for this FI user, for our understanding, I have one user ID. For FI user, I have one user ID. That user ID created in development. Can I use this development client? Can I use this user ID in quality client? Means answer is no. User IDs are client dependent. See, again we have to create that user ID in quality client. If there is no user ID created in quality, we can't be able to access. For password also, you can keep separate password. For this one password, this one password, this one password. That means we have three user IDs. One FI consultant will have development client user ID, quality client user ID, production client user ID. That is the concept here. Everything is being controlled through user ID. And again, authorization. So now these clients will have unique server numbers. These are the IP address, server 1, server 2, server 3. This is the landscape. This is called the landscape, development, quality and production. This will be for the consultants. This will be for the business users for testing. This is for all business users for feeding the data. Now we are now today is November 4th, 2019. For moving this, our project deadline is 1/7. From 1/7, customer wants to use SAP. They want to stop the existing software. That is called go live date. This is the deadline for our consulting company. Whatever the configuration, whatever the means developments, configuration, training to the user, everything should have completed before this date. Everything, configuration, development. What is the difference between the configuration and development? Means these are called FICOMMSD. These are called functional consultant. Those are called functional consultant. Coming to the basis and ABAP, this is the technical module. Coming to the ABAP changes. For example, we created one report here based on the customer request. They need one custom layout report. We created that in development. Again, we have to same concept. We have to move to quality and we have to move from quality to the production. These are called development changes. These are called development. Customization means functional. Whatever the configuration done by the functional consultant is called customization. Whatever the changes, coding, everything, enhancement done by the ABAP is called development. So whatever the developments, whatever the customization and training to the business users should be completed before this day, because they want to use. The system should be ready. The system should be ready before this date, 1/7/2020. So next, from 1/7/2020, if generally typically for any company, this is the customer and Diligent Techies is consulting company. In consulting company, this one month is, let us assume I did one configuration here as a FICO consultant and business custom core team member tested here. They said okay, and we moved this transport request to the production. After they start live feeding the data from 1/7, they noticed that there is an issue in the business process. Means in one process they have an issue. What they will do immediately they will approach to these consultants. They will raise the query, means ticket for this one. So typically in any implementation, there after go live date there will be support by the consultants, means company. Here Diligent Techies, at least for 15 days, maybe it may be 1 month or 2 months based on the customer requirement. So let us assume here we have support till 31/7/2020, 1 month support. This is called hypercare support. Hypercare support means here FI consultant, CO, MMSD, they did the configuration. They should be available up to this date, 31/7/2020. After this date only they can be able to move to the next project. So what will happen after next date? Before this date, 31/7, let us further assume that this customer will have another PO for support. Support means we are live now. From 1/7/2020 live now. We have 1 month support. After this support, 1st August 2020, for 1 year, they are appointing Diligent Techies for AMC. So if we are the AMC consultant, our existing implementation consultant will have to transfer KT. KT means knowledge transfer. KT will have to transfer KT to support team before this date, so that from first, if any issue is coming after 31/7/2020, support team will take care of these issues. These implementation consultants will be moved to the next project if they have any implementation. So this is a high overview of a complete implementation project. As a consultant, a basis consultant created the user IDs. User ID for FI consultant, he created one user ID here, here one user ID, here one user ID. What to do next means these servers are different. See, server number is different. This server number is different. This server number is different. That means this is SAP. This is SAP logon screen. From here we have to log on. We have to create entries here. For development, one entry, production, one entry, quality, one entry. Because if you double click on this, you will get this screen. So what we need to ask the basis consultant for giving the credentials. What is the application server and instance number and system ID? These details we have to get from the basis consultant. That I will show you in next session. With the help of these credentials, we are going to create these entries and we will try to understand the SAP inside the logon screen. Hope you understand the concept. If you don't understand, raise a query in question and answers. I will try to answer. Thank you very much.